Alright, some of you saw on Thanksgiving I went live talking about the zip type drags in Tucson, Arizona, put on by Roadkill. Now this is something my sons have always wanted me to do. They want to be part of it, everything else. So I threw up a poll, alright? So I have a 81 Datsun 720 and I have an 80 Chevy Love, okay? And I let you guys decide which one to build. And let's see what the winner was. Alright guys, quick backstory on this Love. I bought it about 2 years ago with my son. We get picked up for 500 bucks. Threw a Weber carb on it, got it to run. It's been the kid's truck ever since. Had to do a bunch of wiring fixes and things like that in it, but it's been a good, reliable truck. It always starts, it always runs for him. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of this truck because it's a long bed, but we're going to be taking care of that. At one time I bought this from my son and just held on to it for him and sold it back to him. So now he's donating it to this project so we can take and shove a small block in this and go race and have some fun with it. Now I'm not sure he's found out yet or not, but my son's always dreamed of having a small block in this truck. I don't know why. He has a very strong sentimental attachment to this truck. So once I'm done racing it and everything else, I'm going to find a crate motor and just put a stock V8 in this so that all the conversion work we're doing, everything we're doing is going to not go to waste. He can actually put a small block in it and drive it around and enjoy the truck. So the plan with the truck is we're going to take and remove the Isuzu original motor out of it. The trans, the rear end, everything's got to come out. Interior's got to come out, seats, everything else, to try to make some more room for me in it and to put some safety equipment in it. Now we've got a 327 that's built that I've been had on the shelf. I put it in my 37 and took it back out. We're going to actually put that in this truck. I've got a Chevy 5-speed. Now I know a lot of you guys are thinking, why on earth would you put a 5-speed in this if you're going to go race? My kid likes 5-speed and I'm going to leave this 5-speed in there for him. Okay, so we've got a drive shaft out of a S10 Blazer. We're going to pick up a limited slip rear end for it. All this stuff, we're still trying to be under the $3,000 mark so we can be in that Hoopty challenge. So if you guys don't know much about this zip tie drags, go on, just Google it, zip tie drags 2018. It'll come up. It's put on by Roadkill. They have where you can race against Finnegan, you know, but I'm just going for fun. We are going to have a good time. It's something that I want my kids to experience, things like that. So that's why we're building this truck. So we're going to go from there. Alright, so I'm going to walk around the truck and let you guys get a good clean look at it, and then we'll get this thing turned around in the garage and start yanking the motor out. Alright, this thing has had primer doors on it since we bought it. The kid never got around to doing the body work on it. It actually doesn't have many dents, but he never got around to it, so you know, we're just gonna rust it and call it good. The kind of joke on this truck is we call it Snaggletooth, because this grill has been, this bumper has been screwed up since the day we got it. We've never fixed it. He's put a few, you know, he's done a few things on this, and because he loves the truck. I mean, we put new tires on it, everything else, but as you can see, you know, there's a few rust spots in this naturally. I don't even know if I'm going to rust anymore, just let it run. The bed's good and rusted. Now, we have to do something about this. I want to take at least 2 feet out of this bed, if not more. So. Now we took a seat out of the 03 S10 I have in the backyard, put it in there. he bought a new dash pad and stuff like that, and he put some gauges in it. New carpet. He's done a few things to it, but you know, I let him do all the work on this truck because it's his truck. Now, the hood release doesn't even work. You gotta stuff your finger in here. Oh gosh, it wants to work now. Alright, there we go. Hood release doesn't work. That's right, guys. It's got the Corvette style hood. Now, this engine here boasts a whole 80 horsepower. I couldn't even get it to do a decent burnout in the garage. So, the most expensive thing on this whole truck is that carburetor. It's a Weber Progressive 3234. It's the only thing that made this truck run worth a shit. But, as you can see, the wiring has been butchered in this thing. I've gone through and fixed as much as I can to make it reliable, but all that's got to come out. Bigger radiator, bigger everything. Check this shit out. The alternator, this is an alternator pulley. They were using it to space out the clutch so the clutch was the right length by shoving an alternator pulley and running the clutch through it. That's some shit right there. Raising kids is a pain in the ass till they get old enough to work. Hey, there's not enough room for me, so I just sit back and let them do it for a little bit. Sit and think about this interior and everything I got to tear out. So, yeah, I'm working. I'm just, you know, thinking. Well, I figure while the kids are trying to get the engine unbolted from the tranny, I might as well start taking the interior apart. So, get something done. Alright, so look, me and Austin got up early this morning and pulled the engine and trans. For some reason my camera screwed up, lost the footage, so not much to see, guys. It actually came out clean, no big deal, up and out. So as you can see here, it's hanging, the little 80 horsepower Zuzu motor, and the trans, the 5-speed. It's all out, it's done. So tonight what we're going to do is the boys are going to pull the seat and unbolt the bed while I start going through the wiring under it so we can actually get farther along. So we're going to get to that and we'll go from there. Alright. Alright guys, well look, I just went ahead and pulled it all. Half of this is probably 1980 to now. This thing looks like it's been repaired a gazillion times. I know I went through and repaired it 2 or 3 years ago. And so the only reason I'm saving any of it is because There's a bunch of new wire in here that we're going to reuse. We're not going to reuse this, but some of that wire is fresh in the last year or so. So we'll save that and any connectors that are not completely dry rotted. And but we're going to run a whole new deal in here. We're going bare bones on this. This truck does not need to be anything crazy. It needs to have headlights, taillights, brake lights, wipers, and run the motor. I mean, we might put a radio in it. That's about it. It doesn't need all this. So we're going to end up making our own loom on it. Alright guys, well we got the truck stripped down. As you can see, interior's out, wiring's out, dash, engine, trans, we've stripped this thing. So the bed's even loose, but it's after 10 o'clock at night, so we're going to wait till we got daylight. We'll take and store all the stuff in other cars out there and move this bed out. And then we'll be able to have the whole ass end free to work on it from there. So, just take a minute and actually introduce you to my kids. This one over here is Caleb. That one's Austin. So this is Austin's truck that we're working on. He's the kid that lights the lawn beds. Don't know why, but he does. So anyway, guys, so far I'm trying to keep a track of how many hours we have in. Right now we're at about 5 hours in. Now it's been spread across a couple days because we work on it when we can, but we're 5 hours in as of right now. So I'll be keeping track on this build to see how much time we've got in it. Anyway guys, alright, now for tools, let's talk about tools today. Now most of the stuff you saw us use are your normal mechanics hand tools, okay? But I was trying to think of what I could really talk to you guys about. Now, I don't buy Snap-on, Mac, Cornwell, Matco, any of those. One, because my ass is broke, alright? I buy Husky, Craftsman, Cobalt, okay? Nowadays, they have the same warranty. I can just walk back in and get what I need. Now I run Huskies, Austin, he's got Cobalt, so we know our tools apart, and then Caleb, well, when Caleb can stop buying rims, he'll buy some tools. Okay. So, but a couple things I want to tell you guys about is, okay, I'm sure you guys have seen them, but I'm going to talk about them. Okay, you got your normal combo wrenches, right? Well, if you haven't got them yet, buy yourself a set of the Gearwrenches, speed wrenches, that's what we call them. These things will save you big time. I'll find some, put them in a link of some decent ones. Mine are on the floor, but they're Gearwrench brand, so they're pretty good. I've had them for a long time. The other thing the only other tool I thought about that we could really talk about would be the engine hoist. This engine hoist is from Harbor Freight. And if you look at it closely, I've welded it all over the place because none of the bolts fit. So what I decided to do was, the day I bought this, we really needed to get an engine out and it wouldn't go together, so I said screw it, welded it. That was about 4 years ago. We still use it, it works fine, but yeah, the bolts didn't line up, so I just welded it in place. So you do what you gotta do. Anyway guys, well, do me a favor, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, and if you want to see some other ones, there's a link over here. So guys, this is part 1, so next week you'll see how far we get. Hopefully we start mocking this motor up and figuring everything out, because we got to build it all. So alright guys, stay tuned. Did you just fart in the middle of that video? You heard that, right?
No, it was not me.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. I heard it. That was not